Discover Your Story was created by Today with our sponsor, Ancestry DNA. Ancestry DNA connects you to people and places across the globe.
Well, tracing your lineage is all the rage right now. It's something I've been working on for 2 decades. When I started, it was all about sifting through old documents physically. But now, thanks to advances in science, an Ancestry DNA test allowed historians help me zero in on where I'm from. Their findings led me to Senegal, the westernmost point in mainland Africa. It's the land of my forefathers and mothers, once taken from their homes in West Africa. I returned to see the world they left behind. Dakar, Senegal, a vibrant city with bustling markets, a celebrated art and music scene, and a laid-back coastal vibe. Some 6,000 miles away, and yet I feel I've come home. My first stop is what may have been the last place my ancestors saw before leaving this country. Gorée Island and its House of Slaves, a symbol of the African slave trade. My people were captured, kidnapped, bound and packed like cargo on ships heading across the ocean. Others jumped from this door of no return, pulled under the water by the weight of their chains. They literally put a gangplank.
Exactly. It's the door of the voyage without return. So that's the last contact, really, with Africa.
I feel this very odd mix of rage, of depression, joy in a way, of knowing that even with all of this, my family and African Americans as a people were able to rise above this. I think it's a weird brew of emotions. You know, it's going to take a while to kind of sort them out. A trip to Gorée is a sobering, haunting glimpse into the past. But I'm also here to learn about Senegal's present and future. So it's only fitting that my host is first grade teacher, Mr. Youssafa Sow.
To be like full-blown Senegalese.
Who's prepared a few lessons for me. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable.
It is the African Renaissance monument, higher than the Statue of Liberty, and as well as Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It shows that Africa is coming out of its ashes, so raising, facing the new challenges of the new millennium.
Towering over the city, this statue represents the efforts of my forefathers and mothers, the loss of freedom and sacrifice in order for Africa to rise. It's an epic structure, but after climbing 400 steps, we are focused on one thing. What are we picking out for dinner tonight?
You're going to have the national dish.
Oh, what's
called
that?
Cebujen.
Cebujen.
Yes, rice and fish.
So how much? The savvy shoppers here know how to haggle. 11,000 kilograms.
It's little.
12. Very good, very nice. But even more delicious for 12,000.
Yeah, great haggling.
Oh, good haggling. At dusk, Mr. Sow brings me to the waterfront and the famous Sambudian fish market. It's a symphony of color, noise, and smells. If you live here, this is what you do?
Absolutely, yes. This is job number one, from generation to generation.
And this becomes a community effort. Everybody comes in and helps get the boat on shore. I can't help but think about my late dad, who loved to fish. Maybe this is why.
Hey, welcome out.
We end the day with dinner at Mr. Sow's. The ultimate host, he and his family welcome us into their home and overwhelm me and my crew with traditional gifts and treats. The Senegalese love a good time, they like to laugh, and they love to kind of trash talk. Hello, Mr. Sow! And that's kind of me and my family. So, yeah, there's this spiritual connection, I think, that I really feel akin to.
Today we are in the Serer village to help you to connect with your roots.
How?
Well, you will see what you would call maybe the shaman or the marabout, how we call it. And he's going to look into your past. Kimoy al.
Al.
Yeah.
as I make a symbolic offering to the ancestors.
And then you taste a little bit. Yeah.
The marabou asks my ancestors to bestow good health on me and my family.
Maybe coming into it, you're a little skeptical, perhaps, and then you're here and you see the tradition and you see there's this connection between you and people for hundreds of years, and you're all in.
We stand beneath the shade of a 900-year-old kapok tree, a tree of destiny, where villagers come to forecast the year ahead and ask their ancestors for good fortune. Today, they dance to celebrate my return home.
What was nice about this was the village elders told me that this is where I'm from, that my ancestors were here and were taken away, and that my ancestors are proud of me. And that's worth the trip. I feel complete. I know where I am from. I am actually here where I'm from. And that's good.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I want that. I want that sense of closure and everything that you get in your life.
It really, I used to think I knew because I was very close to my family in the Bahamas, my dad's family. But this, when you think 12.5 million Africans were taken from Africa and brought here, 2 million perished. But to have this is really special.
Something about the image of that entire village following you.
Yeah.
And that moment, the dancing.
Sharing in that with you.
Yeah,
They're your people
that
too.
was the tree that was
tree
there,
really was.
which gave shade to your relatives and your ancestors.
The statue, that statue.
Yeah, that
is amazing.
statue. I'd never heard of it. I had never seen it before. To see that's why there's so much that we don't know. It really was amazing. And a big thank you to Robin Sindler, who produced it, and Ray Farmer, who did the principal photography on it.
Yeah.
Those are aces. Both. That was awesome.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.